Hernandez touches that ball and takes them 6 seconds to come into their half court. Look at that. A foul underneath on the drive by Lloreda, played last year for the Atenienses de Manatí in the Puerto Rican Superior National League. Fouls on Gutierrez.
Has never been a good free throw shooter, Lloreda. He's a beast down low. Forced to reckon with, but in terms of free throw shooting ability, never been good.
Misses a first. Lloreda, 60% free throw shooter. And so far in the tournament, Carlos, 6 of 12, so it's actually 50%. Misses a second one. Gutierrez, over to Anderson Toscano. Offensive foul. Nice play by Joel Munoz, giving up his body.
Yes, sacrificing his body. It didn't seem to me from here that he got in position, but the referee was close, a lot closer. He was right on the play.
Pressure by Mexico. Gino Pomare.
Then they deny the ball to the point guard. Forces Hicks to bring the ball down.
And we already saw some trouble against Anderson.
Yeah.
With his long arms. Hicks drives left against Hernandez, no way. 10 to shoot, inside. Pomare, no good, rebounded by Ayon.
Pomare, who David Rosario was telling us that he's the most talented big man that they have, but he doesn't work hard enough for David Rosario State.
He also has a temper, Carlos, which is not serving well. Oh, what a jump by Anderson off the Mendez miss. Hicks wants it on the other side, and it's delivered to him. Launches a three early in the possession. Mendez with the rebound. Had a great game one, and a really weak second game last night against Brazil. Hernandez corner three, it's in!
Good extra pass. Lead. Nice extra pass by Anderson Toscano there. Hernandez was a stretch four. He plays the 4 spot, but he's a very good shooter from outside.
Just hounded by Gutierrez, who's a theft specialist.
Good pass.
Weak side, Ogilvie, yes indeed.
Nice pass by Joel Munoz. He saw the guy on the other side of the court, on the opposite side, while the defense was trying to key on the front side.
Munoz played in the Brazilian league. Now he plays for Leones in the Nicaraguan league. Whoa! Hard foul by Lloreda. That's an unsportsmanlike.
That's the first unsportsmanlike foul of the game. Remember, we had 3 of those in the first game of the evening.
You know that famous Panamanian boxer, Mano de Piedra Duran, Stone Hands Duran? How about Stone Hands Lloreda? Look at this. Clothesline. Oh!
No attempt at all to play the ball there. He was sending a message, and the referees are trying to send him a message to that unsportsmanlike foul call.
It is, believe it or not, a sold-out crowd. You may see some empty seats, and I'll explain why, Carlos. The uppermost section here costs 10 pesos a seat. That is less than an American dollar. The next section, the middle one, costs 30, so it's about $2, 2 American dollars. The lower bowl is 50 pesos. And that would be about 3 American dollars. In other words, it's incredibly cheap, even by Mexican standards. So what happens? Scalpers. They've bought all these tickets and they're hanging on to them. And the near lower bowl seats are going for 800 pesos.
Wow.
That's quite the markup. Yeah. And so they're willing to give up seats as long as they can keep the price high. They're hoping and they're rooting very strongly for Mexico to win this game and be unbeaten for the last game. They want to start selling these things out. Hernandez open three off the Ayon pass and short. Pomare quickly ahead to Ogilvie for the dunk. Now it's a 1-point Mexico lead.
Ogilvie left early because he saw that one of his teammates was going to get the rebound. And he got the long pass for the easy layup.
Oh, nice hole for Gutierrez to penetrate. And that's a simple little pass, and he gets the assist on the mid-range shot by Hector Hernandez. Virito, that's his nickname.
The second outside shot by Hernandez, the first one was a three-pointer.
Omar at the top of the key. Hicks drives and he gets fouled. And And it is on Juan Anderson Toscano. Substitution for Mexico. Marco Ramos, who saw very limited action. As we take a look at the Mexican brain trust, Perry Mesa
is on the left of the screen. Perry Mesa is a very accomplished point guard.
And he has a stress fracture in his tibia.
Yeah.
Not expected to play in the first round. They hope to get him back for the second round.
Exactly.
Munoz has some room, but it's an offensive foul. And Lloreda, I think right now, Carlos, is a marked man as far as his refereeing crew is concerned.
After the unsportsmanlike foul, yeah, he drew attention to himself. That's exactly what he did. So now even if he moves a couple of centimeters away from the legal screening area, they're going to call him for a foul.
Gutierrez, strong hand, back out to Mendez. Another assist and a three-pointer by Orlando Mendez Valdez.
So Mexico opens up a 6-point lead early in the first quarter.
Lloreda chucks the three, and he makes the long two, and he makes it.
Yeah.
Given all sorts of room.
That was by design. Ayon was giving him all the space in the world, knowing that he's not a good free throw shooter, so he thought, okay, he's not going to be a good jump shooter. But he got that one.
Mendez outside to Hernandez. And a mistimed jump by Ramos allows Lloreda to grab that rebound without jumping. That's good for him, Carlos. He's a big guy. He carries a lot around every step he takes. Inside to Lloreda, banging with Ayon. No good. Offensive rebound, and he puts it in.
He can't do that.
That's his game.
Yeah, he can rebound. He can occupy a lot of space down low.
Which is why, Carlos, it was so surprising that they lost to the Dominican Republic. That's a very good team. But you felt that this Panama, beautiful pass inside to Ayon. And the dribble penetration right now is killing David Rosario's team.
Yes, exactly right.
I know that Dominican had a great shooting day against Panama, but Panama never really imposed their strength, which is down low.
Well, they did for three quarters. What happened was Lloreda hits another one. They were down by one at the end of three quarters. They went in a drought that they didn't score for almost more than 7 minutes. And they didn't score. They were open for jump shots. They were not hitting jump shots. Then, after the timeout, David Rosario said, listen, Lloreda has been killing it. Get the ball to him. And he missed 3 shots in a row. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds, they scored their first points of the last quarter.
Yeah, too little, too late, as Pomare kicks the ball. We have a substitution for Panama. We have the veteran, the almost 42-year-old Ruben Garces, played for Malvin in Uruguay.
A veteran also of the NBA, the ACB, the Puerto Rican League.
You name it.
Yeah, you can try to get what leagues he hasn't played at.
It'll be shorter. Get to those. In and out for Mendez. Rebounded by Garces. So you can see Garces or Lloreda provide the beef, the strength, the muscle.
Right.
Pomare can be rugged if needed as well. He's matched up with Hernandez. Ramos guards Hicks. Turnaround shot by Gino. And it's in. Nobody touched that ball with the rim.
That's the guy who David Rosario says is the most talented frontline man.
And now he ties the game at 14, and Ramon Diaz calls his first time out with 3:19 to go in the first quarter.
Dos cosas. Una, en defensa. Necesitamos estar mucho más sólidos en el 1 contra 1. 3, coño. Si aquí hay un bloqueo indirecto en la pantalla, aquí hay que estar duro y sacarlo fuerte ahí, coño. Puede estar mucho más duro. Y podemos estar mucho más duro cada uno de vosotros en defensa. Se llama responsabilidad individual. Cojones. A ver, en ataque hay que jugar más ordenado, jugar un extrapar. Y muy importante, meter la bola aquí a esto o aquí a Gustavo. Vamos a empezar con la bola dentro, jugando con punto y jugamos de dentro hacia afuera. ¿Queda claro? Vamos.
Very interesting. Obviously from Granada, a pupil of Valdeolmillos. He's fouled Valdeolmillos around. Very demonstrative in his huddle. Much more demonstrative than Sergio in the huddle. And was very upset on both ends of the court.
Yeah, and he says his man-to-man defense, they are not taking responsibility on stopping their man one-on-one. That it has too much dribble penetration. Nobody's. You have to rotate and help, and he doesn't want that. He wants them to be able to stop their man one-on-one. And on offense, he wants to get the ball inside, either to the free throw line or down low to Gustavo Ayon.
And we apologize for those of you who speak and understand Spanish for the salty language. A lot saltier in the timeouts than we saw Sergio. Sergio simply got salty at the end of the game, and that's why he's been suspended. Ayon inside. Wow.
Well, that's exactly what he wanted, Ramon, on the timeout. Get it to the free throw line or to Ayon inside. They did both.
You gotta love it as a coach, huh?
Yeah, when you call a timeout and they do exactly what you asked for.
And it works for everybody.
Yeah.
As a foul is drawn.
But then he can't be so happy at this end because he just said that you have to be able to stop your man one-on-one, and they couldn't do that on their first defensive possession after the timeout.
Michael Hicks, you mentioned 39 years old, played for Hebraica, Maccabi, in the Uruguayan League as well. Born in Panama City. Went to Texas A&M, but the campus at Corpus Christi.
For many years, he was one of the most important players, best scorers even at the Italian league.
Yep. With Rosetto in 2001. Then he played in the Serie A or Lega Due for the next 12 years, including 4 seasons with Pesaro, who he took to the Serie A from the Lega Due. Munoz crossover on Mendes, but he lost the dribble. Barely rescued it. Still time for Panama. Garces shows up. Ogilvy trying to draw Ayon out, but Ayon is guarding whoever stays inside. Hicks.
That's bad offense right there. They just
chucked it.
Kept dribbling until they had a shot. But this is their best offense, the offensive rebound.
Blocked by Ayon. And Pomare commits the offensive foul against Hernandez. Look at that sequence. Two minutes to play in the quarter. What have you seen Panama do well, Carlos?
Well, as Ramon Diaz was saying, they are driving to the basket, and then they're attacking the offensive boards, which is one of their main strengths.
Interruption in play as Mendes got hit in the ribs inadvertently, and he will be quickly subbed for Paco Cruz. Cruz coming off an injury, really in a way so does Orlando, but Orlando's injury is much earlier. It would happen right around the World Cup of Basketball last year in Spain, where Mexico advanced to the second round but drew the straw, Carlos. They drew the United States as their first rival. Ayon scored 25 points and got 8 rebounds against that front line. Hernandez, no good. Rebounded by Hicks. Panama's defensive rebounding has been very good. At least.
They usually are.
They allow penetration, but
yeah,
if there's a miss, they tend to grab it.
Wow. Right.
Hicks with a pass that I'm not sure anybody could have grabbed.
Yeah. Went flying over Garces' stretch arms.
Landed in the third press row. They're still looking for the ball, right?
No, they got it.
Minute 20. Ayon, baseline drive, working against Garces. Look at Garces pushing Ayon out of the way. Ramos with a nice fake. And he scores.
Excellent fake, yep. He made his defender go flying by.
And Mexico regains the lead.
He stepped in for the short jumper.
Munoz off the pick, a long floater. He drives it in.
The veteran, you see his baby face, you will say, okay, this small point guard who's about 21 years old, he's 35 years old, and he also has played everywhere.
He was the backup point guard, Carlos, to Jair Peralta. He now steals the ball, and I thought it was off him.
That's right.
So does Paco Cruz. but Vasquez thought it went off Cruz, so it belongs to Panama. With the ball and the lead. David Rosario must be very, very happy right now. Very, like a 1 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Nice turn by Munoz. Bounce pass though. It hit Ramos in the legs. He looks at the clock, 3 seconds to shoot. He drives, shoots, and that was the end of the possession, now the end of the quarter. Panama clings to a 1-point lead against host Mexico, 19-18. 6 points for Lloreda and Ogilvy, and for Mexico, 6 points for Ayon, 5 for Hector Hernandez. Their front line producing their points for Mexico.
As we watch the stats, Panama shooting very well from 2-point range, not so from 3-point range. Rebounds, they are more than doubling in rebounds Mexico, especially on the offensive rebounds. They already have 5 against Mexico's 2. Ogilvy leading scorer for Panama with 6. Ayon, points and rebounds for Mexico. So at the end of one quarter, it's 19-18, Panama.
Ready for the start of the second quarter. Trevor Gaskins comes into the game. When he's in the game, typically he's the scorer for Panama. He's also their point guard. A nice addition to this team, and for him, Carlos, it's an interesting life story. He's had 3 significant knee injuries, and he's just getting around those as we see Garces make the bucket the hard way.
Yeah, on a baby hook from the baseline.
Alongside former Puerto Rican national team head coach Carlos Morales, this is Alvaro Martin welcoming you again to the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City. Panama desperate for a win. Mexico unbeaten so far. Gutierrez over to Cruz. Corner shot to Hernandez, and it's in. Wasn't Ramon Diaz talking about the extra pass?
Yeah, he wanted to go inside out and make the extra pass also.
As we see Jair Peralta, who is the Federation head, but once the point guard, always the point guard, right next to Flor Melendez, the great Puerto Rican coach. Carlos, he's got a game face. A few minutes before the game.
Yeah.
Oof, didn't want to talk to him. Ramos, usually a very nice, genial sort, very intense. That's Gutierrez. Leaves Michael Hicks behind.
Yeah, fast break point for Mexico. They make you miss or they get a steal, and then they go on the run. You got to be able to stop that first line of attack and then force them to play 5-on-5.
It is now a 7-2 advantage off fast breaks for Mexico. Hicks looking to pass. No look to Gino. And a nice rebound by Ayon.
Omar missed a fairly easy one for him.
Beautiful pass by Cruz. And Gaskins takes a rebound. It's a different kind of point guard, Trevor is, than Joel Munoz.
Yeah, because he's a scorer. He's looking for his shot almost all the time.
Tipped out by Mexico. Here comes Cruz. He doesn't have numbers, and he's fouled. He got lucky there. The foul is on Gaskins, his first.
Danilo Peanut, J.R. Peanut, as he was known in the States, is going to come into the game. And another young veteran, Jamal Levy, is also in. Levy has been playing in the Argentinian league for many years now. And Danilo Peanut, a veteran of the Puerto Rican league.
He's also been well traveled, especially in the Americas. Gutierrez misses the floater. And Rosario was telling guys to slow down, pace yourself down. Deflected by Gutierrez, back in the hands of the lefty Gaskins, no good on the three. Rebounded by Ogilvy and a foul by Marco Ramos. Jamel Horn comes in for Panama. This is part of the younger generation, but he's not terribly young. I mean, he's not a puppy. He's 27 years old. He also plays in Japan with the Toyama Grouses of the BJ League in Japan. So we have two Panamanians playing in Japan. Nice pass to Levy. And he misses.
That's a weakness of his. Even though he looks like a small forward, he's not a great shooter. He's a very good rebounder for his position.
In and out. Ramos gets the handle. No good. Rebounded by Garces.
41-year-old man showing that he can still get up.
No backdoor for...
Yeah, Peanut had the back door if he wanted to.
Peanut. And he launches a long three. That hasn't been his strength, Carlos. It comes and goes. Oh, now the backdoor, but Ayon's pass went way ahead of Paco Cruz. So it's Danilo Pinnock in the States, or J.R. Pinnock. In Panama, it's Danilo Pinnock. You can see the influence in the last names, Carlos, of so many West Indians that ended up settling in the Caribbean coast of Panama. The majority of his team is made up of those, the descendants of that community in the eastern shore of Panama. Here comes Cruz with a hesitation, no good. A little ragged play right now by both teams, as the reserves are dialed in. Of course, Cruz was a star for this team under Vallolmillos. He and Mendez afford this team a tremendous luxury at that shooting guard position. Way too high for Gutierrez.
That was good defense there. Gutierrez thought that he could take his man off the dribble. It wasn't the case.
See that tall man standing next to Rosario on the Panamanian bench about to sit down now? That man is perhaps one of his generation's best rebounders, bar league and bar none.
Well, I'm going to go even further. David Peralta, Mario Butler, and Rolando Fraser are the three best Panamanian players ever.
And Mario Butler is now assisting David Rosario. That was a nice, good move by Peralta and Rosario, as Pomare aims but misses. Rebounded by Levy. A little push by Levy.
And of course, David Peralta, who I just mentioned, is Jair Peralta's father.
Play different positions, though.
No, point guard.
Point guard.
Point guard. Both were point guard. So Jair was right-handed, and his father was left-handed.
Ball stall in the game for Mexico. ISO for Ayon. He drives against Pomare. Hernandez with another three, way short. And the ball is out of bounds. Nope. Grabbed by Mexico. And he cannot get a shot off in 24 seconds, so that's a violation. It belongs to Panama. Gaskins now guarded by Stoll. This Panamanian team, Carlos, is the team that practiced the most by far of any of the 10 teams gathered here in Mexico. They began to play on the 8th of June.
Yeah, they began practice as you said, in June, but they didn't get that many tune-up games, exhibition games. And that's a weakness that David Rosario was talking to me about before the game. He said, thank God we have the Copa Latina in Panama. We could bring Israel B team, Cuba, and Costa Rica, but that's not the type of competition that can get you ready for this level of competition here.
A month into their practice, their scrimmaging, as we're playing a little zone here against Mexico. Gabriel Giron on the court for Mexico. 9 to shoot. Cruz drives against Pinoc. Oh, tough pass for Ayón, comes off his hands. They actually came to Mexico to play a couple of games, but this is Panama's luck, of course. They played one game, they lost to Mexico by 11 on July 9th in Aguascalientes, but the Aguas were not calientes, they were frequent. There was rain the next day. The court leaked, had to call off the game.
Right.
Nice cut, nice turn by the lefty, and he scores. Gaskins with the 2.
He's a scorer. He has many ways of getting to the basket. He's a pretty decent shooter from outside, and he's always looking to score.
Stoll drives into the lane, inside, pocket pass for Ayón, and he knows what to do with it.
Paul Stoll just lost his starting point guard position to Jorge Gutierrez a couple of years ago, but in 2011 in the Pan American Games in Guadalajara, he was the starting point guard for the team that won the silver medal for Mexico.
Yeah, they lost to your Puerto Rican team. You were assistant coach of that team. Well, that was probably the first sign, Carlos, of quality at the senior men's national team that started making people wake up to the fact that first, they have talent. Second, they have a pretty good coach.
Yeah, that was the first time that Sergio Valdeormillas coached them, and he took them to a silver medal.
Ayón, very ambitious pass inside to Hernandez. Look at that pass. We don't back to Hernandez, another 3. Again, short.
Ayón with great position.
A foul on Jamal Levy.
He started getting that position on the right side of the rim as soon as Hernandez got ready for the shot. So he knew that if his teammate would miss, the ball most likely would bounce to that area.
Diaz was telling Hernandez, you still have time to drive or to make a pass, to get inside. You didn't have to launch that 3. 14 seconds to shoot for Mexico, and Paco Cruz will inbound. Paco will be playing in, as we see Anderson Toscano come into the game. Paco will be playing for VEF Riga in the Latvian League. Whoa. No good. Rebounded by Horn.
Desperation shot by Paco Cruz because he just realized that the shot clock was getting down to 2 seconds.
Oh, a drive by Gaskins. Backdoor cut. Ooh, Horn. A little contact. No call. Hernandez takes advantage. Oh, great defense by Levy. Just tangled up with him and took the ball away without taking out of bounds. Horn drives again. Oh, that was a little confused by Pomade.
I can't believe that.
He had an open shot.
He had a 12-footer. 12-footer wide open.
Stoll. Out to Giron for the 3. Again, offline. And Mexico's missing shots.
Both of them are. This is an exercise in attrition right now. Nobody can buy a basket.
Matter of fact, the score for this quarter is Panama 4 and Mexico 7. 7-4.
Fouled by Giron. He made a basket. Wow. From almost 3/4 court. Way behind half court, he took that shot and he made it.
As Joel Munoz comes back onto the court for Gaskins. Ogilvy comes in as well. Oglivy, as they call him in Panama. Horn will inbound with 14 seconds on the shot clock. And Stoll will hound Munoz. Oh, great defense. Oh.
Yes.
Inside to Pomare, outside to Pinnock. But the pass was bad, and Danilo knows what to do with that mid-range floater. Cruz, a fake, a beautiful fake, and he scores.
The Panamanians are biting on that fake constantly. We just show them the ball and they were going to be jumping. And now Danilo Pinnock with a three-pointer to put Panama ahead by 1 with 46 seconds to go in the first half.
Ayon inside out. But Munoz is right on Stoll. Nice cut. Anderson. No good. Rebounded by Pomare.
And now, well, there's about a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So Munoz is going to take his time here.
Boy, they really blitz the pick and roll, though. As the ball just comes out of his hands with the contact with Stoll. Hidon stops. And the foul's before the shot, according to Vasquez. Foul is on Ogilvy.
And that's only Panama 13th foul. They have one foul to give.
And there's a timeout by Ramon Diaz. His team is down by 1, 28-27. Down to Panama.
Paco, saca. Vale, Jorge, movimiento de recepción de balón. Gustavo, desde aquí. Vale, Paco China, Juan allí. Recibe Jorge y jugamos un pin central. Vale, quiero que divida hasta aquí. Gustavo, rolea cerca de canasta. Paco y Juan preparados para el director. Rápidamente ahí. Vale, con saca, Paco, Juan, Gustavo y Jorge. Jugamos pin central, con Pato en la esquina y Cole en la otra esquina. ¿Lo tenemos claro? Sí. Pues venga, vamos, Leo, vamos.
Very specific and detailed instructions by Ramon Diaz.
Yeah, it's a middle pick and roll between Ayona and Gutierrez. That's the.
But he was very specific in even positioning players.
Yeah, he was.
By the way,
he doesn't want anybody to mess up this play. But it's a standard middle pick and roll between Ayona and Gutierrez.
And he finally goes, did you get it? Did you go get it? Understood it? He wanted to make doubly, triply sure. Carlos, Israel Gutierrez is now in the game. Hasn't played for Mexico. Nine players have only played for Mexico in this game so far.
And there comes the middle pick and roll. But Joel Munoz with good hands there. They will only have 4 seconds to run that pick and roll.
Yep.
And they're going to be farther away at half court. They still can have time. It could be a handoff right now. Ball to Ayon and back to Gutierrez. There you go. Well,
Ayon takes it. Back to Anderson. There's a foul.
Yeah, they had one to give. That's a good foul.
And again, the crowd reacts after the foul call, and that's a sign that Mexico City crowds just are not used to seeing basketball.
Right.
I mean, you don't blame them. You know, Jorge Gutierrez in the press conference yesterday was saying, Carlos, how extraordinary it was for him to play a game under those conditions.
At home.
He said he'd never experienced anything like that. And I asked Mexicans here, and they may go back to a competition held here in 89.
89, it was the last time that a tournament of the Americas was played here.
Cruz, no good, and that is the end of the first half. Boy, what a low-scoring affair. The Panamanians up by the minimum against a Mexican team that keeps its short rotation. Only 9 players have played. Mexico trying to keep its unbeaten ledger, while the Panamanians desperately want to stay 2-1.
This quarter was tight, 9-9.
Unbelievable.
There you go.
Y ahora sí, señores, una vez más ha llegado el momento de Curse Live aquí en la cancha de Palacio de los Deportes. Curse Live, patrocinador oficial de este Campeonato de América FIBA 2015. Y ahí está.
You tell David Rosario that he's going to go to halftime with a 1-point lead, and he'll sign that piece of paper any day now.
Although Panama is not shooting well from three-point range, neither is Mexico, for that matter. Only 3 for 16, 18%.
They've had a lot of open shots. Mexico, Hector Hernandez had some open shots that he's missed. Orlando Mendez had one that was offline that looked true, but it wasn't. And Panama with 9 assists. You are seeing better ball movement out of this group, Carlos. It's a veteran group. They've played FIBA basketball overseas. There's really not a league to speak of, one you can rely on in Panama. As you look at the scoring, very even scoring for both teams, especially Panama. Pinot coming off the bench with 5. And then Ayon leading with 8 for Mexico, clearly on his way to another double-double. Highlights. Panama aggressive, attacking the basket. Here's Ogilvy scoring his first 2 points. And Ayon with a putback.
Tricks a pass to Hernandez at the corner. A mid-range jumper. Good pass down low. Ogilvy again.
Ernesto Ogilvy ends up with 6 points.
Yeah, leaving early, getting that long back, an easy layup. Then Hernandez talking about Orlando Mendez. And Correa, all the space in the world, out there, he's challenging him to take that shot.
A miss, no, basket by Gino Camare.
And then Hernandez from the other side. And they can get it.
Hernandez missed 6 of 8 threes. You see Gaskin rim off the bench.
On the baseline. Then Pina, the short jumper.
That ball thinking he had missed it, but it was true. And Cruz ended up scoring a total of 2 points. So it is a 1-point Panamanian lead. Mexico trying to stay unbeaten. Panama trying to get on top of a couple of teams. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back with a third quarter here at the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City.
A ver, dos cosas.
Una hasta arriba, Yeye. Uno hasta arriba. Hasta arriba, hasta arriba. ¿De qué lado? De aquel lado, mira, se están prendiendo las luces. ¡Mami! Vete hasta acá, vete para acá. Mira, acá nos están mandando los focos. Hasta con focos estamos iluminados. A ver, a ver. A donde está la luz, donde está la luz, hasta allá atrás. Pégate, pégate. Pégate más, pégate más. Hasta arriba. Va. Una, dos. Y se levantó el preso. Vamos a ver de este lado las chicas que están por brazos de izquierda. Vamos a ver. Tú. Jenny dice que no nos escucha. Jenny dice que no nos escucha. Van las últimas. Son las fotos, señores. Necesito que grite para... Vete, vete, vete. Mati, hacia este lado. Mira, 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 mira. Ya se prendieron doble. Lado derecho, lado izquierdo. Lado derecho, lado izquierdo. Al derecho, al izquierdo. La esquina. Aquí a la esquina, a ver. Ya se nos quedó sin aire la batería. A mano, a mano, a mano, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Qué más tiene de aquel lado? Me voy a meter fuerte, casa. ¡Listo, señores! Las últimas, recuerden. Curva y presente en el Campeonato de América FIBA 2015. ¡Vámonos!
Evita el exceso. The Rocky Mountains, an area in the United States so majestic it can only be described by one word: perfection. It inspired us to brew a beer at 1 degree Celsius in order to bring you the most refreshing taste and cold-activated mountains to show you when your Coors Light is really cold. Coors Light, the most refreshing American beer.
Y esta fue la que me marcó a mí.
Ready for the second half of a low-scoring, rugged affair between Panama and Mexico. Mexico unbeaten. Panama needs a second win against the defeat if they want to climb over a couple of teams in their group. Alongside coach Carlos Morales, this is Alvaro Martin. Of course, the story of this game is the absence of Mexican head coach Sergio Valdolmillos. And take a look, Carlos. Is that WhatsApp?
That's what's up, yeah.
I wonder who's at the other end of that.
I would bet, if I was betting something, I would bet that it was Sergio Valdolmillos from the hotel sending some information to the coaching staff.
Well, maybe it's one of the friends, maybe it's a family member. We don't know. That's strictly speculation.
He would get fined by the team if he would have his WhatsApp open for friends and family. I'm telling you.
And then a little conversation afterwards. Of course, he may have some thoughts of his own. I mean, we're just speculating. We don't know. But it's an interesting sequence captured by this wonderful camera crew and this absolutely extraordinary production and directing crew here.
There's nothing illegal about that, I'm telling you. About Valdolmillos sending information on WhatsApp, there's nothing against the rule.
Ah, the wonders of technology.
Yep.
Carlos, the rebound battle was truly a battle, and it was about even, 22-18 in favor of Panama. Panama really had much more of an advantage in the first quarter than in the second one. It really is just three-point shooting by both teams that's going to make the difference. Do you expect Mexico to be that team to break out of the three-pointer? Stoll, extra pass. Anderson open three from the corner. And a nice rebound by Pomare.
So both teams ended shooting.
Oh, look at Lloreda run the court.
Lloreda running the court and great pass by.
I don't believe this. I've seen it all.
Great assist by Munoz. I was saying that it was a bad shooting half for both teams from three-point range. And at least with the first shot by Mexico, it continues.
35-year-old Stoll open three. It's good.
There you go.
I tell you, that's going to make the blooper reel for the Mexican team. How did you let Lloreda get behind everybody? Oh, one last thing he needed, the ball. As Munoz turns the ball over and Anderson Toscano lays it in.
And they're good at that. They convert turnovers and long missed shots into easy buckets at the other end. So Panama has to be very careful on how they handle the ball.
Hicks with a modest 3 points in the first half. He drives against Anderson. Whoa, very tough shot. He draws the foul.
Toscano always drawing the toughest assignment on the perimeter from the other team.
Lloreda.
Yeah, running the court and getting a good pass, a nice pass by Joel Munoz.
And then the repositioning by Stoll on the corner.
Check this out. What Hicks did was that he left Stoll to go back to Ayon, and David Rosario was telling him, listen, between Ayon and Stoll, stay with Stoll and give Ayon the shot. Toscano off the turnover, getting 2 easy points at the other end.
Hicks looking for his fourth point. No good. He is now 1 of 2 from the line. He's got a rebound and 2 assists. Joel Munoz leads Panama with 4 assists, 3 for Gino Pomare. Nice move by but Pomare just corrals it and scores.
And he was the only one on the board for Panama. Lloreda was on the defensive balance already.
Corner shot, Stoll. Right around the horn again. Paco to Paul, 8 to shoot now. Panama forcing him always to go to plan B. Hernandez in line, it's good!
1 second on the shot clock. Great defense by Panama on that possession, but great patience by Mexico looking for their best option. Not forcing anything.
Carlos, the question simply begs to be asked. Is Mexico missing anything because Valdolmillos is not here in person?
Well, they're moving the ball well and they're taking their shots. They're just missing shots. I don't think that's the case right now.
You think the intensity of last night's game has more to do than perhaps
exactly. That can happen, and maybe underestimating their opponent for tonight, because you know how hard they fought against Brazil last night.
Lloreda has committed his second foul, I believe. Yep. I have to tell you, when Lloreda has to commit a foul, he makes sure he gets his money's worth. Already an unsportsmanlike and a real hack of Ayun right now, which Ayun didn't particularly appreciate. Ogilvy.
Good defense by Paco Cruz.
Yeah, he almost lost the handle. Pomare ISO'd. A strip, but also a foul by Hernandez. The crowd's not in agreement.
Yep, there's a difference of opinion between the two referees. Anthony Jordan saw that it was a good strip, but referee Steven Seville said no, it's a foul and he gets 2 shots.
Makes the first. Pomare, I mentioned, is in the Japanese league. I remember Pomare playing in the 2009 World Basketball Championship qualifier in San Juan. The greatest achievement in any game he could do was finish the game either without fouling out or getting 2 tees. He was out of control.
He was.
Clearly the years have helped. Stoll all alone, and he takes advantage of it.
They stretch you out with the shooters that they have, even though the shooters haven't been so effective tonight, but they stretch you out and then they flash to the basket.
Inside to Lloreda. Nice fake and
Wow,
a
extra
pass
pass.
for the bucket.
Perfect extra pass by Lloreda.
And the basket by Ogilvy.
The 1-1-3 zone that turns into a 2-3 zone, and now they're going to be matching up with Paul Stoll.
Oh, backdoor for a moment. Again, contact, corner shot. No, Anderson drives. Back out to Stoll for the 3. It's good! And now a timeout.
Third three-pointer of the third quarter. And David Rosario wants a timeout.
6:35 to go. Mexico with its biggest lead, a 5-point lead over Panama, 41-36.
Joel Munoz is on fire right now. 3 for 3 from three-point range in this quarter. 9 points for the point guard.
Instant offense.
No le llega un cable. En este movimiento hay
a las 8:30 de la noche mañana viernes. México contra Uruguay. Uruguay contra la raza de bronce.
Ok, atiende ahora. Escucha. Vamos a entregar el movimiento. Michael aquí. Vaya Jaime. Tiro de cuaca. Tú la tienes acá. Mauro está en el lado. Mauro va acá. Traigo a Jaime. Viene aquí. No puedes lanzar. No te sacas muy atrás. Vas a ver, trabajarlo de frente y hacer fuerza a Jaime y mismo ahí mismo, contra Hernández. Si no hay nada, va y la busca otra vez. Va y se va acá, cambia con Mauro, sale en el lado opuesto.
We missed the earlier part because of the crowd noise, Carlos, but what happened in that offensive play he drew at the end? David Rosario drew at the
Well,
end.
he wants to get the ball inside. He was drawing a place to try to get the ball inside to either Mario or Lloreda. And if there's nothing, he wants the two women to cross and start the offense all over again. But on defense, he was saying that you got to make sure that you follow Paul Stoll. And there was an interesting comment by Ruben Garces to Michael Hicks saying, hey, if number 6 gets the ball, which is Anderson Toscano, don't go out on him. Let him take the three-point shot because he wants to fake and drive to the basket. So even the veteran Garces doing some coaching at that huddle. Here's the cross screen for Lloreda.
Oh, nice threaded pass, and it's a back basket. Beautiful pass by Ogilvy.
David Rosario diagram, so he should feel happy. When a coach draws something during a timeout and it works perfectly, you feel good.
Inside to Hernandez. Nice, beautiful, almost like a no-look pass out of his hands on the foul, and it goes right through the hoop.
Ogilvy was very lazy there. Ogilvy had to rotate in front of Ayun. See, Hicks got there before Ogilvy. That's uncalled for. That's wow.
And that's exactly what Hicks thinks.
I would be very mad if I was Coach Rosario about that rotation.
Number
Look at
12.
that.
Number 12.
All the time that he has in the world to get here, and he just didn't get there.
He stayed outside with Cruz, the shooter, in no man's land. Isaiah Young's free throw shooting form, and he misses the shot. Can't complete the three-point play. Mexico up by 5. 6 minutes to go in the third. Tough shot by Pomare. Ball's loose. And Cruz gets the loose ball. Going left. Beating Lloreda to the basket.
Nice drive.
Quick drive.
Yeah, he has that ability to look like he's going slow and then accelerate at the last moment.
Lloreda at the top of the key.
And Hicks doesn't want to go backdoor. He should go backdoor to clear that space for him.
Because he will end up doing this, posting up against Anderson. He's not comfortable doing that. But the back door's open.
It is.
The ball off the fingertips of Stoll. Turnaround jump shot with 6 seconds to shoot. Oh, that's a bad outlet pass.
It is.
Terrible by Pomare. Who's being chased by Munoz, who wants the ball badly. He slaps it out of Stoll's, and then he gets hammered. J.R. Pinnock comes in. Trevor Gaskins comes in for Panama. Ogilvy and Munoz will take a breather. Two-man game between him and Hernandez. No, they go to Ayon at the top of the key. Stoll with a long three. It's
Why
in!
not? Why not?
It's in!
4 3-pointers in half a quarter.
And Mexico stretches out to a 10-point lead.
Unbelievable.
Vida wants the ball. 3 seconds. I mean, it could have been 10 seconds.
And Lloreda thinks that he should have gotten the ball there from a teammate, but Ayon was playing good denial defense. It's unbelievable how Stoll gets the ball there and Hicks is with his arm down by his waist.
Anderson with the pass from Ayon. Mexico's rolling right now.
Yeah, they stretch the lead to 12 now. They are winning this quarter by 13 points. Remember, they were 1 point down at halftime.
Ball Stoll with a foul on Hicks. That is his first. And Mexico's fourth.
But what a move, a coaching move by Ramon Diaz. He came out with Paul Stoll for the third quarter instead of Jorge Gutierrez, who's the starting point guard.
Foul underneath. I believe it will be on Hernandez.
And Paul Stoll has made himself into a very important player for this team.
And a late call-up for the team, Carlos.
Yeah, at the beginning he wasn't in the plans of Sergio Valdeolmillos. There were a couple of injuries, especially the one to Peri Mesa, forced Valdeolmillos to call back Paul into the pre-selection, and then he made a 12 player.
Paul Stoll wasn't even in the tryouts, Carlos. In the tryouts for the team that went to Toronto.
Right.
Mesa got injured in Toronto, and then all of a sudden Paul Stoll gets called up. Now he played under this system, both in Caracas in the World Qualifier and also at the Worlds in Spain. So he's very familiar.
And as I said, in 2011, he was a mainstay of this team. He was a starting point guard and one of the main players of a team that finished second in the Pan American game.
So we were not surprised that he's here. We're surprised that he wasn't called up.
Right. Maybe there was something going on, but I think that now everybody here in Mexico is glad that he's with this team.
Oh, yeah. Inside to Hernandez. He uses the rim of his friend.
They are explosive is what they are. They can be down or tied at halftime, and in no time at all, they open up a 14-point lead.
Beautiful pass on the weak side of that defense, on the really soft side of that defense, and David Rosario calls another timeout. He is now down 14 to Mexico. Mexico up by 14 points, 52-38. Panama's offense stalled. They only have 10 points in this quarter. As J.R. Pinnock is back in the game. And a little token pressure, false pressure from Mexico. They pick up Gaskins at the half court. Look at that, just stands there. He just wants the ball fed. Cross-court pass to Gaskins. And it's in for the three-pointer.
That's a very good pass by Lloreda.
Played for Estudiantes in the Argentinian League. Starred in that team as well. Cruz at the top of the key. Uh-oh.
Just was thinking about it.
Drives against Gaskins. The ball is deflected by Pinnock back into the hands of Anderson for the three in the corner. And it is good.
With 1 second on the shot clock, and that was the guy that Garces was telling Hicks to let him shoot. And now Lloreda again gaining position.
I mean, part of it, Carlos, is his transition defense. He stays at the free throw line if he could. Part of it is just hustle by the ageless Lloreda. La Mole. Back door for Cruz. Floater. And it's in over Pomares. Hicks guarded by Anderson. Tough move on the baseline. Anderson cuts him off. Looking for Lloreda. No aims at the basket, and it's no good. Rebounded by Hernandez.
It's usually a nightmare for whoever Anderson Toscano is guarding.
Ayon with 10 points and 8 boards. Toscano has an open shot. Gives it up for Ayon. He looks at the clock. Inside to Hernandez.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, one thing about this Mexican team, they're always looking to pass for the cutter down the baseline.
And Ayon is the distributor tonight. He was the scorer last night. Tonight he's just looking for teammates.
He's got 5 assists.
And 10 points.
Keep it up, he may reach the triple-double here. Cruz.
See, he's not even looking at the basket right now. He's just looking to feed people.
Which is a luxury for the guy who leads the team, Carlos. Stole again, let's see.
Oh,
my goodness.
Come on.
Oh, no. Call the authorities here in Mexico City.
That's 5 3-pointers in the quarter.
Hicks feeds Lloreda. No. Ayon shows. Here we go. Lloreda. La Mole. A pass to Pomares. And a foul by Mexico. 2 shots for Gino Pomares. Mole means like the grinder, right?
Yes.
La Mole. And now you can see why. He got that pass between 3 Mexican defenders.
He was fortunate that he got fouled because the shot clock went off.
Here's Stoll.
And this is one-on-one. This is not because the defense, was sagging of him or lost him for a moment. It was one-on-one, and he made that three-pointer.
For Paul Stoll, the rim looks like the Zócalo, which is the main plaza here in Mexico City, an enormous plaza in an enormous city, Carlos, right? I mean, it's not just the population. The scale of Mexico City is huge.
It is.
It really stuns you. The airport's huge. Everything's huge. They have Azteca Stadium, which is an enormous, over 100,000 seat stadium, also in Mexico City. Stoll being pressured by Gaskins. Gaskins was brought in to kind of put an end to Stoll. Easier said than done, as now he's guarded by Jamel Horn. Double team. He gets off. Hidon in the game, and Hernandez just lost the dribble. Look at Pinnock drill right behind his back.
But nothing there. Good transition defense by Mexico.
Foul, as I think Hidon was holding on to Garces.
I think Gutierrez was pushing.
Yes, he was. It's Gutierrez.
Yes, Gutierrez pushing Lloreda.
By the way, I got the story on Gutierrez and Ayon. Remember yesterday in the first quarter?
Yes.
He made some sort of mistake. We didn't catch the mistake, and Ayon literally lit into him, slapped him pretty hard. It looked like a punch in the back, and then went to the bench and lit into him some more. Very, very rough language and treatment. But it turns out that Israel Gutierrez is Gustavo Ayon's personal project. And when Ayon was injured and cut by Atlanta, he came to Mexico, and he asked Perry Mesa, the point guard, who's injured, and Israel Gutierrez to help him work out and get into shape. And they began a very tight relationship, almost brotherly relationship. And Ayon feels like he can tell Gutierrez anything like it was his younger brother.
Yeah, I was telling you about that in order for him to do that, he needs to know his teammates, because some teammates will go into a shell if you talk to them like that, and others, you will lit a fire under their belly, right?
Well, they know each other very, very well, and they're good friends. Hidon at the buzzer, almost made it in, but Mexico will go into the fourth quarter with a nice 15-point lead over Panama. Mexico from the three-point line right now shooting 40%. 15-point lead over Panama at the end of three. As we take a look at the shooting, Carlos, both teams insisting on shooting near the rim, and they're getting good percentages. Panama's three-pointers are just not coming in. 2 of 10. Hernandez with 15, joined by Stoll, who's just red hot right now, and Lloreda with 14 for Panama. Look at that 9-9 second quarter. Looks like ancient history now. 35 points for Mexico in that quarter. Argentine coaching staff enjoys JJ's antics at half court. What a mascot is JJ.
The official FIBA mascot.
Singing Jose Alfredo Jimenez classic El Rey with a sarape, mariachi hat, and a guitar, and the crowd loves it. But Panama doesn't love the outcome. They're down 15 to start the fourth quarter. Alongside Coach Carlos Morales, this is Alvaro Martin. Welcome again to the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City. Mexico trying to remain unbeaten without its head coach, Sergio Almillos. Ramon Diaz doing a great job so far tonight. Rubén Garcés, left-handed hook shot. And Lloreda is right there to put the ball where it belongs.
He picked up the garbage, as the PA announcer and the arena said.
With the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Stoll looking to cut. But Panama's aware of him. Jamel Horn is on him. Tough pass inside to Ayon. Extra pass. Gutierrez wasn't ready. And that's a 24-second violation.
Yes, it is.
They call here in Mexico, Panama, they call it los canaleros, the canal zone guys. Horn, nice drive, and he draws the foul. So he'll go to the line. Horn plays this past season for the Toyama Grouses. Player we haven't seen today, Carlos, and I have to assume it's due to injury. Can't think it's a coach's decision. It's Yosimar Ayarza.
Yeah, we don't know of him being injured, but we know of him going 0 for 6 from three-point range at the beginning of that last quarter. That we said that Panama didn't score until 2:50 left on the clock. Well, Dominican Republic was playing his own, and they were leaving him open, and he was taking shots. But he went 0 for 6 from that three-point range.
Horn, 27 years old, born in Ancon, Panama. Grew up in San Diego, California. Went to Arizona in the NCAA for 4 years. That's a fine basketball program in the NCAAs in the U.S. Ayon cuts and scores. High off the glass.
Ayon now with 12 points.
Ayon over guarding, and the ball goes off the hands of Gustavo. It belongs to Panama with 14 to shoot. And Lloreda says, hey, look, I didn't fall down just because I'm an old man. I was held down. Now we have an interesting setup here with Garces and Lloreda together for Panama.
Yes, two centers and two guys that can dominate that paint.
But they can't move laterally all that much, or even they can only move in spurts, especially Lloreda.
You're right about that. And the other thing that we don't see on the court right now Gaskins is in, but we don't see many shooters in the perimeter.
As we have Marco Ramos back on the court for Mexico. Gutierrez hasn't come back onto the court for a long stretch. Jorge Gutierrez.
He hasn't played in this second half.
Horn, tough shot, he makes it over Ramos. Cuts the Mexican lead now to 11. Stoll with a notion to shoot. Inside to Ayon. And it's good. When Paul Stoll makes all those threes, he gets all sorts of attention, and Ayon gets freed.
Right, and Ayon now with 2 buckets in a row, 14 points for him.
So they're trying to shut down Paul Stoll, and here comes Ayon warming up as Pinnock grazes the rim. Ayon with another rebound, and now Lloreda tips the ball, but it's back in the hands of Mexico. Stoll picks it up.
Ayon with 9 rebounds right now, 1 rebound away from another double-double.
Could be getting it into triple-double zone as Paco Cruz scores off the line. As we see Alfredo Castillo in red, the head of the Mexican Sports Ministry and really the man responsible for Mexico getting organized for this tournament.
Oh, nice
backdoor, and Horn. Oh, he's blocked by Ramos. How did that happen? And Ramos gets fed the other way. Inside to Ayon.
Wow, what a block by Ramos. And Horn stopped playing and was asking the bench, what happened there? What? You got blocked, brother. Get back on defense.
And put it down hard. Don't even think. You've got a dunk there. Pinnock with another shot. Oof, watch out. Pinnock went for the ball and almost took Paul Stoll's legs out from under him. Danilo Pinnock, Carlos, has that. Here we go. Oh, goodness, he actually laid it up.
Great
he
block.
actually let it go to float over the rim. Was that a charge? It was inside that semicircle. It wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Carlos, every time Mexico makes a run and Pinocchio's on the court, he has a tendency to shoot. As we see Horacio Llamas, the first Mexican player in the NBA, Mexican-born. He has a tendency to shoot. No matter what time left in the time clock or the situation. Stoll again, no way. No way. But he's human now.
Yeah. 5 for 6 now from three-point range in the second half.
The shooter's hand. Or to shoot.
He will
Now
have
he's
to
going to
shoot
have
it
to
now.
shoot. Over to Israel Gutierrez. Oh! Look at Israel saying, yeah, I got that. I got that. As he tangles with Garces down below. Michael Hicks, a cut by Horn, a block! This time by Israel Gutierrez.
It's a foul, so he will go to the free throw line.
They're having so much fun right now.
Yeah, they are.
With Ayon resting.
I mean, they're playing so well ever since the tournament started, and they get so much energy from this crowd. It's unbelievable.
And I have to say, Carlos, they must have the same mentality the head coach has, which is us against the world. They've had so much trouble just to get here.
And I remember that you asked me at halftime, are they missing Sergio Valdeormillos? I told you, no. They are playing well. The other team is doing what they're supposed to do, but this game can get wide open in the second half. And it's getting there. It's a 19-point lead. Now 18 with the free throw by
Horn. Cruz drives left to a cutting Ramos, but we just saw him at the last minute, and it's a turnover for Mexico. That is Mexico's 8th turnover. Look at Gutierrez. That was a prayer. And all net, by the way. And maybe an extra step by Gaskin? No. Referee Vasquez, unmoved. Oh, dribbled into the defense by Hicks. Somehow it worked.
Yeah. The veteran, who has been a great scorer everywhere he's played.
Captain of this team, coming back for one more run with the guys, with the boys. A slap and a foul by Horn against Stoll. There's been talk, Carlos, and it's only been talk, that Mexican football teams may branch out and develop a basketball team.
Basketball league, you mean?
League. Well, no, just either join the existing league or make a new one. As we see Stoll shoot and score again, 6 of 7. Wow. He is getting a bit winded. But
if they send somebody else but Paul to the press conference, I'm going to file a formal protest.
Hicks, very tough shot. Rebounded by Levy, and he can't make it, but here's Horn doing what he should have done earlier.
Yeah, block that, he says now.
As Hernandez had Levy land on him. Thinks he may be cut, but there doesn't seem to be blood. Joel Munoz back in the game to try to guard Stoll. Remember, Munoz had to leave the game when Stoll started his streak. And look at Jorge Gutierrez celebrating. They asked Jorge Gutierrez last night, did you mind when Stoll came in that he didn't play that much? He goes, no. I was clapping for him. Very happy for him. Stoll, hesitation, and he gets stripped. That's a foul. And he's hurting now.
This has to be a weird...
Oh, no, that's right hand.
Oh, yeah.
He may have tried to land with his right hand, and it may have been a very awkward landing. It wasn't an intentional trip, I think.
Just apologized to him.
See how he landed? Oh, yeah. Put a lot of weight on that hand for a moment.
It must be a weird feeling for Paul Stoll to have somebody guarding him that is smaller than him.
But he stays in the game. 14 to shoot. Cruz with the switch and kicked by Garces.
So with 4 seconds to go on the shot clock, that kick will give Mexico 14 seconds.
Look at this crowd. There must be, I believe, about 12, 13,000 here. There were 14,000 plus last night. But remember, all tickets were sold. Scalpers hang on to a lot of these tickets because they're making a pretty nice margin. We have a foul on Panama, and it is on Joel Munoz. Munoz last played in Brazil in the NBB in the 2012-2013 season. That's how good he has been. But lately, Carlos, without a league at home in Panama, they've started to play in Nicaragua, in El Salvador.
Costa Rica has a pretty good league too. They play like Costa Rica.
Which is a good thing for these other countries, but it's not necessarily good for Panamanian fans.
That's right.
Stoll, step back, in and out, rebounded and put back by Marco Ramos. Very quietly being effective. As Ernesto Ogilvy comes into the game, or is about to come into the game. Horn, ooh, tough shot. Rebounded by Garces. No space for him to the baseline, and he got shoved by Hernandez. You know, Garces could have fed the ball right back to Horn.
Could have, yeah.
Maybe because of the ill-advised shot by Horn, he said, you know what, no, I'm not giving you the ball. That's not necessarily good basketball. He's open, and he had a terrible shot, but he's open. That's a good shot. You got to feed him.
Right, you're right about that.
Ogilvy against Paco Cruz. And the fouls before the shot.
Cruz was pushing him down low, right in front of the referee.
A little massage on the waist by Cruz. It's great that we have a Mexican player in the Latvian league, huh, Carlos? Excellent. Yeah. Excellent.
We need one in the Ukrainian league now.
Where?
In the Ukrainian league.
Oh, no.
No?
The nation at war. Ogilvy, and he's fouled by Israel Gutierrez, who wanted to point out that he remained vertical, but it was a little shove to his chest. Yes.
The PA announcer says that the fourth foul is a warning foul. It's a foul that before the one that will get you out of the game. Preventiva, they call it.
Very colorful fans and PA announcer. Again, for a city that in which it's very hard to have a basketball culture.
Well, you know what? They follow the NBA. They do. We know because of
the NBA comes here once or twice.
We know because of the tweets that we get and Facebook and all that. And as you said, the NBA comes once a year here, and it's always a sellout.
Yes. At the Arena de Ciudad de Mexico, which is an unbelievable NBA-worthy arena. And again, as I told you, monumental. It seats 22,000. Stoll loses it, but it was last touched by Garces. So it leaves 3 seconds on the shot clock, and I think that Ramon Diaz wants to talk it over. They are up 17 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth, on its way to remain unbeaten, this time against Panama.
Saca Paco, no, saca Marco, ¿vale? Paul, aquí abajo, Irra, y esto. Paul, bloqueas a Israel para esto, ¿vale? Si hay pase aquí, lo damos, ¿ok? Y si no, esto, bloqueas la salida de Paul para tiro de Paul y tu continuación aquí. Okay. Marco, continuación para esto. Y Paco, aquí, en la esquina, pidiendo balón, atrás de defensa. Si te vaculan, Marco, repito, si vaculan, pasa aquí. Si no, bloqueo ciego para Israel, salida de Paul, continuación de tenemos claro, aquí, vamos.
That's There's going to be an out-of-bounds play that Coach Ramon Diaz was diagramming, where Paul Stoll is going to set a back screen to look for a cut to the basket, and then he's going to get a screen for the three-point shot. Remember, there are only 3 seconds on the shot clock right now, and Paco Cruz is going to be at the corner. So if he can get the ball right away and take a shot, he will do so. If not, they're going to go with that back pick to Gutierrez, and Hernandez is going to set a pick for Stoll.
Inside, outside, Hernandez, no good. And Joel Munoz brings it up for Panama. They are down 17.
Mexico played that, run that play perfectly, but they couldn't score.
Garces bangs with Gutierrez, and he gets the roll. The foul on Isabel Gutierrez.
And that's
His
Gutierrez's fifth, yeah.
The preventive foul was the last one. This is his 5th. He's got to go. So Gutierrez ends up playing about 8 minutes, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 2-pointer, and a free throw.
He's another guy. I was talking about Lloredas and his struggles from the free throw line. This Garces is just the same. He's a very accomplished player near the basket, but he's not a good free throw shooter.
Played in Providence College, 10 games for the Phoenix Suns, 3 for the Golden State Warriors. Then he went to France, played in Spain's ACB, now the Endesa League for 7 seasons between 2001 and 2009. Then Mexico, Argentina, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Uruguay. Last season, a 50%, make that 68% free throw shooter.
That's not bad. For a big guy, that's not bad, right? See his form.
And you can wash the Panamanian team uniforms on his abdominals, Carlos. He is in such unbelievable shape.
For 41-year-old, oh wow.
It's amazing. Ayun back in the game. Ali, no good. Way ahead to Ogilvy, and he lays it in.
And Panama gets within 13 points. All things considered, Panama has played very well this game. I mean,
they simply could not withstand Paul Stoll's.
Yeah, and Mexico has been very powerful on the offensive end in this second half, especially because of Paul Stoll.
And that 35-point third quarter broke it open.
I mean, 35 points in a quarter was a lot more than they scored in the whole first half.
It may be, and I'm not sure of this, Carlos, it may be the highest scoring quarter we've seen here in the 2015 Olympic qualifier.
We'll have to check that one.
Paco Cruz makes the first one. Orlando Mendez taking an extended stay in the bench, taking advantage of some rest. Cruz makes both. This year with Halcones Rojos de Veracruz, an 81% free throw shooter. Did not play against the Dominican Republic. Played 13 minutes against Brazil. He is coming off an injury. And a bucket by Garces. One more thing about Paco Cruz. He's not only joining his first European team in VEF Riga, they're the defending champs of the league in Latvia, the LRL in Latvia.
They also play in the Adriatic League.
Garces to the line. Makes a three-point play. Ayun back in the game with Israel Gutierrez out with 5 fouls. Otherwise, Ayun would be on the bench right now. 2 minutes to go. Paco Cruz. Cross court. Anderson again. That's scouting report by Garces, Carlos. He's shy on the three. He'd rather penetrate. Hernandez from the free throw line. And Levy takes the rebound. Funny how Mexican fans boo the point guard and then they stop booing throughout the possession.
Nice move by Ogilvy there, but he was short on the shot.
Cruz. Stoll attacks with a dribble. No look. Inside out. 12 to shoot. Horn guarding Stoll. Oh, look at Stoll doing a little razzmatazz. Shot by Cruz. Rebounded by Horn.
Stoll has done everything tonight, even a dribbling show for the public. From Harlem Globetrotter.
An elbow shot by Horn. He's short.
Well, with this loss, Panama is in danger of getting eliminated and not advancing to the second round. They have to either win tomorrow or hope for Mexico beating Uruguay. That will guarantee them a spot in the second round.
Since Panama beat Uruguay in their first game, the second day of competition, 78-71. Panama will be playing Brazil tomorrow at 2:30 Central, 2:30 Mexico City, 3:30 Eastern. And that will also be on this network. Look at this. Whoa. Little dribbling drill right in front of Horn.
See, the first two moves were necessary to get away from
and protect the ball.
Horn and protect the ball. But after that, it was just showmanship.
Michigan-born, mother of Mexican descent, also well-traveled. But played recently in the Mexican League as well. And that's the other interesting part about it. All of these kids that Valdeolmillos has recruited, most of them, the classic example is Orlando Mendez. He brings them here. He brings them to Mexico to play. He figures that's a way for them to identify with the country, to be near the team so they can practice and he can supervise their development. Inside to Garces, he loses the handle. Maybe he's slapped out by Hernandez. They want more points, 6 seconds to go. Stoll attacks, over to Cruz. Long three. And that is the end of the game. Mexico remains unbeaten by beating Panama 82-68. And the Panamanians now fall to 1-2. And they will have to try to beat Brazil tomorrow at 2:30 local. A great game for Paul Stoll coming off the bench.
And as you said, that third quarter where they scored 35 points, that was the deciding factor in this game.
Mariachi music to celebrate these unbeaten Mexican guerreros, the 12 guerreros, the 12 warriors. And before you say Sergio who, Carlos, he will be back tomorrow. His wallet will be a lot lighter, but he will be back tomorrow. And they will try to close out this first round unbeaten.
But see, this is not an indictment on Sergio Valdeolmillos. On the contrary, as we watch some stats for the whole game, on the contrary, when you have a coach that is not there and you win anyway, that means that he did the job in practice, that this team is ready, no matter what situation, to win, even when they're lacking their coach.
Nothing to take away from Ramon Diaz's job as well, but we saw that in that game, Carlos. I'm not going to say that Mexico was an automatic pilot. That would be an injustice. It's a disservice for Diaz.
No, you need a coach out there also.
But they were so well prepared. You're right. Back in 2013, and they showed it again today. And what a win. What a win for Mexico. They're doing it in different ways. This time, it was a three-pointer. Yesterday, they attacked the paint relentlessly. This time, they did that a little bit, but the three-pointer was there, and they took advantage of it. And, of course, they also totally out-rebounded Panama. It was not even close. Most of this game, as we see the highlights of the early part of the game, Paul Stoll got warm.
And Noah Young with another double-double. This time he finished
6. Juan Anderson Toscano makes it all the way. again. Ridiculous. 5 straight. Easy layup. Pick and roll. Nice piece by Gustavo. We saw a short rotation, but we saw different players play extended minutes. So obviously, Paco Cruz coming off the bench as well. That was a fair fight. We knew that was Mexico's night for a shot like that.
Yeah.
A 35-point third quarter. Horn had his moments like that one, but he also had a double block, essentially a block. Now, here we go. You see Oakley score. He had what should have been a dunk blocked. We will have our last day of the first round tomorrow here at the Palacio de los Deportes in Mexico City, and a lot of things are going to be defined. We already know that Cuba is out. We will find out tomorrow who's going to join Cuba out of the second round. So for Carlos Morales and Salvador Martin, thank you for joining us tonight. Mexico wins, remains unbeaten. The crowd loves it. We'll see what happens tomorrow when they face Uruguay. Good night, everybody, from Mexico City in beautiful Mexico.